to my YouTube channel. Well, today we have something really exciting planned for you. We'll be reacting to some of the stories from Reddit, and I'm sure you've heard of it, on interesting interview experiences. So let's jump right into it and see what captured tales awaits us, shall we? So here is story number 1 by our anti-work. I hope I pronounced that right. It is about a Zoom job interview where the recruiter asked me to show her around the room. So let me read the story to you. I'm interviewing for one of those roles in a fast-paced environment, and the interview was going well until the recruiter asked me to show her around the room that I was in. So this, remember, is a Zoom interview, yeah? The room wasn't in a state that I was comfortable showing, and I was shocked that this was even being requested. Well, believe it or not, it actually does happen. I'm shocked. I asked her why, and she said that the role that required a lot of organization and time management, and you can tell a lot about a person from the way their room looks. Well, I suck under pressure, so I fumbled a bit, and the interviewer then was like, "It's fine if you're not comfortable with that," and we moved on. But I just couldn't stop thinking about it. I felt so power trippy. Well, what do you think about it? I am actually quite shocked. I mean, a room is a personal place, or even someone's house. So when we actually went on Zoom during the pandemic to work and also to run interviews, I think we should keep people's space, which I always consider as a bubble, people's bubble, a place of privacy, and I don't think we should ask them, "Please show me around your room." So that's my take on it. And here's story number 2 by Bellrock229. Showed up and the manager practically bragged about how the job offered no breaks for an 8 to 10 hour shift. I can only imagine working that long, man. And if there was a food break, it would be 5 minutes max. At a hip height table and no chairs? What? No ergonomics? She said that you'd be fired if you sat down even for 30 seconds. I'm more than capable of doing that. I did that every day at my last job. But when you brag about how your employees are so overworked that they don't get breaks or an option to rest their legs, it tells me all I need to know about how little you value your employees. I should also note that this job wasn't paying exceptionally well, above minimal wage, but not at a level that was even enough to live on. Well, I'm actually quite shocked about this story. It just brings me memories about an interview that someone was running. It was a viral video. An interview that someone was running that said you had no breaks, you had to bend down the whole day, you have no sleeps, whenever your stakeholder calls you, you need to be there. And it was actually the role of a mother. This sounds pretty much like that, but if it actually happens in a real job environment, I think that is really exploiting an individual. An individual has the right to 1 hour break throughout an 8-hour work day. And we all know with our new Employment Act laws that just came in January 2023 here in Malaysia. So as employers need to follow and not exploit an individual, because we don't work with robots, we work with humans. So we need to be human in our approach. So that's my take on it. What's yours? And let's see what Reddit has for story number 3 for us. It is by Neo Labuk. Oh, I like that name. And here's the story. Applied for a software development position for an online retailer. First round of interview was a traditional technical skills and whiteboard coding session, which sounds fine to me. Second round was a culture fit interview with HR. Also sounds pretty normal, isn't it? Because yeah, usually interviews, if it's a high ranking, they go round 1, round 2, and even round 3 to qualify the right person. I assume it would be an one-on-one interview with HR. It was a room with 20-something people applying for anything from legal to finance. So it seemed to be a group interview, and I think group interviews are fine if it's for the same job scope. But if you have legal to finance or any other backgrounds in a room, then it's a bit complicated. Anyway, they asked us to stand up, then crawl into a ball and pretend we were flowers opening. Now, what is that about? At this point, I honestly thought it was some kind of prank. Then I saw everybody around me doing it. Okay, it followed, fine. I just said thanks for the opportunity and left. I think I would do the same. I would really say thanks for the opportunity and leave, but I'm trying to think here, why would someone ask people to crawl into a ball and pretend we were flowers opening up? What's the irony of it for a software development position? Well, I can't make sense to it. If you have a clue and can let me know, share with me. Oh, there was certainly some crazy roller coaster interviews, isn't it? I really do hope that we face lesser scarier interviews experience as we go on. Now, how can we do that as a HR leader, a HR manager, or someone interviewing new talents in your organization? You know, you could be a HR, HOD even going through interviews. Well, I've got a golden nugget for you. On the 14th of June, we're running our very own HR live TV called HR Intervention. And this time we have a very experienced guest speaker from Mondelez International who will be speaking on the impact of interviewers on interviews. So remember, join us at 1 p.m. where you can grab your lunch and those golden nuggets that you can implement and come prepared with questions of your own so you can get the most out of the session, because this honestly is a very interactive session where you can ask loads of questions. Registration link is in the description below, so make sure you register now because seats are limited. So till I see you there, bye!